Good morning, Satish.
Good morning.
All right, guys, a warm welcome it is, ladies and gentlemen, to this, what I might call the breakfast show. Yeah, we're going to have a great time, HPE CSC Bangalore, because everybody out here is logged in. I'm sure a lot of our friends as well, who probably are stuck in traffic. They will be joining us as well in just a while. But yes, from the comfort of your home, ladies and gentlemen, please do join us. And if there's any of your friends who are missing, pick up your phones and give them a phone call reminder that they could join us at this most amazing day, most amazing start for the day, for the morning. I'm going to be drawing energy from you guys here on this beautiful morning here, beautiful Tuesday morning, if I may call it. I'm Riaz Basha, and it's such a pleasure to be here at HPE CSC Bangalore's There Is No Place Like Working From Home event. And we are at day 2 right now, and we have a plethora of people, eminent personalities who are going to be speaking and sharing their tidbits, information about them, about their plans, about their thoughts on various things, including one of the biggest tenets of the organization, which is belief. We're going to discuss that. But before that, first things first, I think it's just time for all of us to have a great energetic start. Okay, and this is a video zone, so please keep your videos on. It's friendly to see familiar faces, and that's probably the reason why we congregate together during this time right now when everybody's working from their home. It's good to see your faces on videos. Don't worry about what your background is. Don't worry about anything. Okay. Here's what we're going to be doing, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be having a great time now, and I want you to let yourself loose. So I'm going to play a track right now, and I want you to just go mad, go crazy, keep your videos on, just put your hands up in the air and enjoy this. Come on, everybody. Yeah. That includes the leaders as well. Come on, put your hands up in the air, guys. Come on. Keep your videos on. Come on. Sridhar Yalla, Vibhu Srivastava. There's so many of you joining us here. Sindhu A, Upasna, Komal Chetan. Put your videos on. Come on. And we're going to be taking off now with a breakdown coming in. And I want to see your faces. Yes, Satya, thank you for doing that. Satya, you're doing it cool. Yeah, come on. Yeah, put your hands up in the air, guys. Come on. Sudha, Sindhu, Upasna, Komal, Komala, Priyanka, Ramesh, Francis. Put your videos on, guys. Come on. Yes, Yatin, thank you for joining us. Now I want you to go high energy. I want you to just go mad, go crazy. Pagal ho jao. Do something crazy, okay? You can show your heart sign, or you can just put your hands up, put your legs up. I don't care. Just show some energy, guys. Really good. Come on, all you guys. Come on. Sammy, yes. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Go. Thank you, Vibhu. Thank you, Vibhu. That was fantastic. Yes. Excellent, excellent. All right. And it's good. It's a great start to this morning. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here this morning. It's a fantastic start. And if you're ready to rock, okay, if you're ready to roll, and if you want to have a great time, okay, I want you to type in the chat box WGHT. Okay, WHGT, WHGT. Type in WHGT, wanna have great time. WHGT, I wanna see as many as WHGT coming in because there are so many of you here and I wanna see if you're ready to roll, yeah? Look at that, WHGT. You're typing, wanna have great time? Oh, we're gonna give you a great time. Yeah, I can see so many of those messages coming. There are 42 of you here. And I want to see at least 42 of them to start with, right? I know it's an early start for a Tuesday morning, right? Good morning call from everyone. Yes. All right, great. So good that we've had all of you here. It's time for us to now start with what we believe is the most amazing, interesting start for the day, which is knowing our leaders. Thank you so much, our Team Tech RB. We can have the music off now. We're going to have a conversation with our leaders, and our leaders are here. They've been here even before time. They've been ready, and that's the mark of a leader, being here before time. Amazing. Hats off to you guys for having been the leaders that you are, because I've been hearing so many things about the HPE CSC leadership. And, you always live up to your expectations, your reputation. And that's going to be no different today as well on this chat show. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to know our League of Leaders like never before. So if you have questions on you, right, park those questions, because we will have a Q&A session at the end of this chat show. At the fag end of the chat show, where you can ask your questions and we'll have them post to your respective leaders. But by the way, if you have compliments coming in for these people, if you have, within the conversation, you find something interesting that they're saying and you want to add to that, you can keep chatting in the chat box. You can type in the chat box and I will be your wingman trying to get that compliment across to your leader, right? So go ahead and make full use of this opportunity. Yes, and enjoy yourself. Just keep your videos on. I would like to see faces, man. What is this early morning? We don't have videos on, right? Let's just go ahead and start. First, welcoming our panel of leaders onto our show this morning. Onto this panel, ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by lovely leaders like Satish B, Vinod Mukundan, Umashri Andalwar, and Yusuf Khan, and Reshmi Mohan. Congratulations for being the wonderful leaders that you are. And thank you for joining us this morning here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my leaders. I'd like to first start by introducing these leaders one after another. To start with first, of course, I have our Mannina Maga, Satish B. Auru. Namana join Madidare. So let's just go ahead and figure out about Mr. Satish B. He's a hardcore Kannadiga. He loves, he's grown up watching Kannada movies like nobody has. Matinee idol, Dr. Rajkumar Annaru or Vishnu Vardhan and so many other people are his favorites, and he's watched them and he's grown up and he loves trekking as well. So Satish, welcome to you.
Yes,
How are you doing? Namaskara.
Great. Hi, I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you. Excellent, excellent. All right. Satish is here on my panel. I'm also going to be cutting across to another person who's an avid sports fan, okay? And somebody who loves playing cricket, soccer, volleyball, and this man, of course, is going to talk more about himself. And there are some interesting stories that he's going to share with you as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together in the chat boxes. You can clap. There's something called reactions. You can show those virtual reactions as well. Because you're on Zoom, on the extreme right corner down, you see this reaction tab. You can just click on that and you can see claps or you can see thumbs up. You can do those. Yeah. Right. So please welcome Yusuf Khan.
Thank you, Riaz. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Yusuf. Good morning. Thank you for joining us here. And that's it. Moving on to our next guest joining us today. Somebody who, had the courage and probably mustered courage to do a solo trip 2 years ago to Bangkok. And did that with aplomb. And of course, somebody who loves watching movies in different foreign languages and has watched a lot of movies. I'm going to talk more about that, of course. Yes, but please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, somebody who loves to pick up a new hobby every 6 months or a year. Put your hands together for the one and only Umashri. Umashri, hi.
Hi. Hi, Riaz. Hi, everybody. Good morning.
The lady of very few words, I'm guessing.
Not
Measuring
really.
her words. Not really?
No, not really. And you can call me Uma. Umashri.
Okay, I'm going to call you Uma.
Yeah.
Umashri is like a very long.
Yeah,
so
and that's why I didn't react, because I was like, okay, who's this?
Who's this?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that's a good one to start with. Uma is here with us, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to put your videos on, guys. Come on, it's okay. You could be in your, Ganji for all I care. I don't know, but there's no place like working from home. So just be yourself. Just put the video on, okay? And somebody says, you look lovely, Uma. Priyanka says, you look lovely, Uma. Yeah, that's a compliment going out for Uma there, early morning. That's great. And we're also going to be joined, we've been joined here by somebody who had tech issues yesterday, but got everything sorted this morning. And now we have her all fresh and ready to roll with us here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome somebody who has picked up learning Japanese a decade ago, and she brushed up on the same during the pandemic, I'm told. And she loves online shopping. You know, ladies and online shopping, oh my God, that goes hand in hand. You know, they could not have somebody at their home responding to them, but they want the app responding, saying that, yes, these are the things I've got for you early morning. What do you want to buy? You know, so this is Reshmi Mohan, one of our leaders. Please welcome Reshmi Mohan.
Hi, Riaz. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Happy Tuesday it is to you as well, Reshmi. You know what? Let's make this a lot more fun, guys. I want you guys to have a lot of fun. So here's what we're going to be doing. Before we have all of our leaders kick in, we're gonna have all of you partake right now, since you've just joined us, in something called Word Rumble. Okay. So I'm going to play. Now, there's no prizes for this, but just to get us started, all of you here, the leaders included, you could play in this as well. All right. Just to get us all interested in this, we're going to have a Word Rumble shown for you. We're going to show for you on the screen a word puzzle. Now, what you will do is you will decipher as many words as possible from that puzzle and type those in a single chat message. For example, we're going to show you, right? We're going to show you a Word Rumble example on the screen right now, where you will see a lot of words in one single chat message. Type in a word, for example, word space, rumble space, whatever you find on that word puzzle, and type in as many words as possible. Mind you, it's a time-bound activity of only 20 seconds, and you will have to type in as many words. And before the stroke of the 20th second, submit your answer. For example, you see on your screen right now, insightful, space positive, space celebration, type in your site. Look at that. Jaganraj, Janardhanan has started already. You can type in those words like that, but not in different messages. In one single chat message per person, right? Type in a word, give a space, type in another word, give another space, right? Type in another word, and so on and so forth. Type in as many words as possible, but before the clock ends, submit your answer. And I want to see which one of you gave the maximum words in a single chat message, and who was the fastest to give the maximum number of words, okay? So you got the hang of it. Somebody did that. Niharika Mittal, Ultra. There's so many of you did that fantastically. Look at that. Arun Bhaskar, Rajesh, Insight, Site, Celebration. There's so many. Connect, Intelligence, Site, Brat, Uma. That's right. Fantastic. Okay, so we have all of you doing this. But now is when I'm going to show you the actual puzzle, right? So get ready. This is your clue. It's coming on your screen. And here we go with your actual clue. There you go. Your 20 seconds have kicked in already. Type in as many words as possible and then submit your answer. I want to see which one of you is paying attention to this. And yeah, so look at that. Don't give singular answers like that. That won't count. In a single chat message, type in all the answers in a single chat message. Yeah, like you can see, Reshmi has done this. Life, energy, dream, joyful. 3 seconds more to go. Come on. 2, 1, submit. Okay, submit. Fantastic. I have so many of you typing the answers. Sridhar Yalla. Life, kid, kindness. Someone's just logged in. You need to put yourself on mute. Life, kindness, cheerful, motivation, success, dream style, energy, happy. Yeah, look at those words coming in from Sridhar Yalla. I think you gave the maximum number of words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words. And yes, you've caught my eye, Sridhar Yalla, which means you are going to be one of those people who's going to pay attention to what's going to happen here, right? Listen carefully, do it really well. So you're a good listener is what I get from this. Congratulations. Thank you so much for doing this wonderfully. And that said, ladies and gentlemen, time for us to deep dive into a conversation with all our leaders here, and our leaders are ready with us. So we're going to start first with getting to know them personally, right? So Yusuf, I'm going to start with you. You have a very interesting story that you shared with me when I had this conversation yesterday with you about how you got lost at the age of 7 for about 90 minutes odd at your home, because that's when you apparently traveled in a bus. They asked you to go to market, and instead of going to Russell Market, what was back then Russell Market, you went to Kiar Market in a bus at the age of 7. Who does that?
Yeah, it is really a very, very interesting story. Not that I was lost.
Okay.
As I said, we were spending our holidays in our grandparents' place. And from my grandparents' place to my school, we used to take this bus 150, which is a double-decker bus.
Right.
I used to love traveling by a double-decker bus, right? So once my grandmom, she asked me to just pick up some stuff from market, and she literally meant Russell Market, which was about 5 minutes walk from her place. But I had this double-decker bus somewhere in the back of my mind. I just took the trip. caught the 150 double-decker bus, went to Kia Market, pick up the stuff, and I was happily back home. It took me about 90 minutes. And those 90 minutes were chaos at my place because they thought what was supposed to be a 5-minute journey. And this chap is not supposed to be seen anywhere, for last 90 minutes. You could see all of the people, in different streets, different, places looking out for me. But life teaches some interesting lessons from these incidents, Riaz, right? So, we always have one perspective of looking at things. When you don't think out of the box and when you don't look around yourself, correct, there could be an easier solution or easier option which is available. But just because you're blocking your thought process, you might end up doing something which would have been done in a much shorter and much smarter way.
Sure. Fantastic. But kids, if you're watching this right now, because this is happening at your home, do not take a bus ride at 7. Don't do that, right? Don't get inspired like this. Yeah. Of course, yes. Your parents will get really worried about you. So do not take a bus ride without informing your parents. So go with them. All right. That's it. A wonderful story to start with, Yusuf. And if there's an anecdote that Satish would like to share with us about, something about you that nobody knows, something about you that nobody's heard of, a story or something about you, or Uma and Reshmi, keep that ready as well for yourself as well. I'm going to come to you as well. So Satish, ಏನಾದರೂ ಹಂಚ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೋಡುಗರ ಜೊತೆ ಕೇಳುಗರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Let's just hear this.
Okay, let me try. Guys, I'm from Chikmagalur, and Chikmagalur is surrounded by mountains, right? So when I used to go to school, we have a group of friends. We used to see these mountains, and we want to get on to the top of those mountains. That was our kind of dream that we had. And when we reached high school, we have our own cycles. So this group of friends, and what we used to do is we take our cycles. We used to say, okay, this hillock, let's go to this hillock, to the top, and that's what we used to do. We used to drive the bicycle till the bottom of the hillock, drop cycles there, and start trekking. And and come what may, our aim was to reach to the summit, reach the peak. And I'll tell you, these are some things that we do, which teaches a lot of lessons in life, as we grow up. Because though there is a small activity, reaching to the top of the hillock, we used to come across a lot of difficulties, challenges, on the way. But we never used to bother because our aim was to reach onto the top. The view at the top is beautiful, right? And when you reach there, after overcoming all those difficulties that you have, you feel it's worth taking all those risks, right? So that's what, and that's something that we carried in my life as well. Those are small things that we want to achieve in our life, and we come across a lot of challenges, difficulties, but we always keep our aim, goal there, and and when we reach there, we find, it was worth going through all those difficult situations. It teaches us resiliency. It teaches us how to persevere in the face of adversity, right? So that's what it taught me actually.
Absolutely.
What areas?
Absolutely.
Maybe if you let me, I keep talking probably 40 minutes. So
absolutely. Yes, I'm going to come back to you because there's more that I can share about this gentleman here, ladies and gentlemen, for you in just a bit. But hold on to that thought, Satish. Thank you for sharing with us that little story. And I'm going to quickly move on to Uma. Uma, if you're ready to share something about you that nobody knows, or some story about you, just go ahead, please. Yeah.
Like you mentioned earlier, Riaz, that I like to pick up a new hobby every, let's say, couple of months or a couple of years, right? Now there is a reason behind why I do that, right? So I've always been a very shy person, reserved, and to myself, right? But then what I realized is, when I pick up things like this, right? I've done surfing, I've done hiking, I've learned to dance, and I've gotten into fitness at the age of 42, right? I mean, something that I thought I could never do. So as by the way of picking up these things, what I have gradually done is, I think I've made myself confident. I've made myself get that attitude of that I can go for it. I can try, and it's okay to risk, and it's okay to fail, and it's okay to learn. So going back to, if I talk about my career or my leadership journey, and I think that has played a very key role, because you can't learn everything at work. So there is a lot of things that you will have to kind of learn about yourself, do, and put yourself in places that kind of prepares you for future. While these might look like, okay, why pick a hobby once in 6 months, I think it has, I think, given me that confidence. It has given me that attitude to never say no, go do whatever you feel like, right? And that's something I've always done in my life. And I have another story to share, which I'll share later, but for now, yeah, this is something that I want.
No. Go ahead, because you can't just introduce a story in our minds and keep us waiting.
Right?
Just go ahead and share that story. Yeah.
So let me do that. I'll just take a minute out here. So
Yes.
I come from a progressive family, and trust me, for about 30-40 years, I did not know what progressive really means. And only now in the last 5-10 years, I realized that, because I come from a progressive family where I've seen my aunts, kind of be extremely confident and, self-sufficient and financially independent. I think somewhere, that has kind of really driven me to, do a lot of things in life, to pursue a lot of things, knowing that, it's okay, it's okay to fail. I'll get somewhere, and that has actually come over a period of time with experience, looking at people, right? So, and like I said, for 30 years, I never realized what really progressive means. Now I'm able to kind of, tie all of that together and say that, okay, a lot of it comes, because of the experiences that I have had in my life, and I've not stopped myself. I've not restricted myself from, doing anything. So yeah.
Brilliant. Don't restrict yourself and let yourself loose, and you never know what you can pick up, what can help you in your career, in your personal life, your professional life. You never know what can just surprise you, and what skill of yours you will pick up that can come handy when you need it the most. That's why experiment in life. That's what is the crux of the matter that I learned from Uma today. And there's a lot that we'll be learning, of course, from other leaders as well. And now here's what we're going to be doing. Okay. We're going to be learning from Reshmi about her as well. So quickly, let me hear about Reshmi. Reshmi, share us a story or an anecdote or something about you that nobody knows.
So, Riaz, I'll take on from what you shared. That's about, learning Japanese a decade ago. So I don't know how many of you remember seeing a series called Oshin. When we were growing up. I think most of us I am Gen X, but most of you on the call may be Gen Y, so you may not have seen Oshin. And it was a very interesting series, and it was a Japanese series. Yeah, and you remember it, Riaz?
Yeah.
Okay, so I used to watch it with my granny. Okay, so that was what made me, learn a little bit of Japanese. But I believe that language is the way to understand the culture of a place or a country, or anything. And what interests me is I love knowing about diverse cultures. I love reading up about civilizations, because it tells you the stories of survival. Come what may, human race has survived. Whatever has been the situation, human race has survived it. So, and it gives a lot of inspiration to read about these things that happens around the world, has happened around the world. So yeah, from Japanese to, survival. Yeah.
Wow, fantastic. From Japanese to survival. What a lovely correlation, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful correlation. So fantastic. Good to have all of this. I want to request, just in case it's not your turn yet to talk, you can mute yourself and unmute yourself just before you want to talk. That way we may not have some disturbances happening out right now. Okay, great. That said, I'm also joined in by Vinod Mukundan and Preetham Kinney. So it'll be great to have you gentlemen as well share about you and introduce yourself as well. So quickly, do we have Vinod here live with us? Vinod, do we have the pleasure of hearing you?
Vinod will be joining in another 5 minutes.
Another 5 minutes. Okay, great. Excellent. And Preetham, do we have you here, Preetham?
I will just check with Preetham as well.
Okay, excellent. So we're going to come back on that. Excellent. So that sounded like voice of God, and that is voice of Ritik Ghosh, ladies and
It's
gentlemen.
okay. Four of
Okay.
us will just
Yeah.
hog the time.
All right. So a great start for us. Okay. Excellent. So we've had a great start learning about our leaders who shared with us tidbits about themselves, their personal life, something that we normally don't get to hear because these people are so busy on a daily basis, running a lot of responsibilities shoulder to shoulder. And today is our privilege to have them here today on the show. And there's a lot that we will be discussing. But from all that you shared with us, ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing that came out common. Okay. It was your belief in anything that you wanted to accomplish. It was your belief that got you to travel, that got you to trek, that got you to learn something, pick up a hobby. It was your belief that you could excel with whatever you did. It's your belief that you could use that skill somewhere. You needed to have that, and therefore you went after it. And that's a great start for us. So what do beliefs mean to each of you? Beliefs personally or professionally, what do they mean to you is something that I want to ask each of you. Now, I'm going to have maybe Yusuf dive into this first and just tell me, what does belief mean to him personally and professionally?
Thank you, Riaz. I think some of these words that we have been talking about yesterday, right? Values, belief, and all these are not mere words. They mean a lot, and they carry a lot of value. So the way I look at belief and what belief means to me is, it's probably a journey, or it's a tool which helps us envision and make us see the end goal at the beginning of the journey, and gives us that courage and confidence to chart that path from the beginning of the journey to see that we realize the goal. And if you don't have that belief at the beginning of the journey, and if you're not able to envision the end goal where you want to reach, right, you will not be able to chart a clear path from the beginning of the journey to the goal or the destination that you need to probably achieve, be it professionally or in personal life, be it an individual related stuff, or be it a team related activity. As long as you don't believe this is the end goal that I want to probably achieve, and you don't see that goal, it is absolutely impossible to probably achieve any of these things, from the smallest of the goals to probably the biggest of the tasks that we want to probably achieve. So that's my take on what belief means to me.
Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you for sharing that. Yusuf, I'm going to quickly dive into his take. Satish B, somebody who's, ladies and gentlemen, you must know about Satish. He's survived this whole 30 years in IT industry. He says that in itself is like a great accomplishment, surviving in the IT industry for 30 long years, out of which 27 of them has been at HPE. What a long commitment. That's something that I just remembered about Satish, and I wanted to share this with you. So kudos to you. There's applauses coming from people. Vibhu's just applauded, and so many of them, of course, I'm sure they're applauding from the confinement of their homes. But Satish, I want to know from you, what does belief mean to you?
See, belief for me is something that our mind accept as true. Even there's no proof, right? So it for me it's an invisible power that everybody has, and very few use it to the core, right? It's a power to achieve the extraordinary. I can say, for me it's like an ignition switch, that sets one off the ground, and and enables and gives the power to an individual to achieve the extraordinary, right? Uh, I remember a quote from Roosevelt. He says, when you believe yourself, you're already halfway through. So that shows the power of belief, and belief is connected to belief. As the says, belief becomes our thoughts, and thoughts becomes words, words becomes actions, actions becomes habits, and habits becomes character, and it becomes our destiny. So belief plays a major role, right? And it is very important to have the right set of beliefs, right?
Right.
As when we grow up as a child, we come with no preconceived beliefs, but as we grow, with our experience and with our influences, what we see, what we hear, we start building those beliefs, and it's very important to introspect, what kind of belief we have, and having the right kind of belief, definitely puts us, in a different pedestal, actually.
Great, Satish. Thank you so much for that share. And with that, I'm going to switch over to Uma, and then followed by Reshmi quickly about what beliefs mean to them.
To me, I think, to put it in a nutshell, I think belief to me personally, it's a very empowering feeling. right? I think it has always given me the right direction, the right attitude, to go ahead with anything that I may set my mind on, right? And I think it also, to a large extent, some beliefs have also, they have to be tamed and tuned as well, right? Because of your experiences, there are times you don't believe in everything. You may or may not believe in yourself. But then I think at the end of the day, to me, I think if I, it empowers me to, kind of have that attitude, the right attitude. It empowers me to, set that direction in which I want to head, right? So that's what I think.
Lovely. Very, very well put there, Uma. And Reshmi, you have something to concur on belief?
Sure. I also personally believe that it's a foundational force, and I think it is the belief in self, it is the belief in your organization, it is the belief in your team, it is the belief in your community, it is the belief in your customer, it is the belief in your family that makes each one of us live our life to the fullest.
Fantastic. Very, very well concurred there, Reshmi, on that. And ladies and gentlemen, from your chat boxes, I want you to give a huge round of applause to somebody who's watching us silently, like the silent hero of the entire pack, the leader of this wolf pack. Put your hands together for Sanjay Muju, please. Because I see his name. I see him there watching us, but I don't see him actually on the screen, but he's there watching us. So from the confinement of your homes, give a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Show those reactions. Come on, I want to see all of those reactions coming out there. Yes, thank you, Sanjay, for joining us. And that said, we were talking about beliefs here. And talking about belief, I want to share with you a little story about the belief of Julius Caesar and his legendary thinking. The story goes that when he arrived with his legion on the River Dovil with his entire contingent of soldiers and he wanted to conquer ahead, he got his soldiers to alight and he got them onto the cliff 200 feet above sea level. And that's where they halted. And once they halted there, he made them look down. When he made them look down, what did they see? They saw that every one of their ships were burnt to ashes. And when they saw that every one of the ships they came by were burnt to ashes, and that was the only link with which they could have gone back to their contingent, gone back to their continent, there was only one thing for them to do, which is choose to go ahead and conquer in enemy land. There is no other link to go back. And that's all they did. They went ahead and conquered like no other day, right? That was the belief that there should be no other option for us but to move ahead. And right now, from the adverse situation that we have in here, I'm sure each and every one of you have this kind of a belief that no matter what the situation, we have to believe to move ahead, move forward, and add our contribution, right? So I want to bring you to this question. So does burning down baggage that stops you from moving ahead help you to get a stronger belief? Any one of you can pick up this. Does burning down a baggage, any baggage that stops you from moving ahead, help you in getting a stronger belief?
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Yes.
We all carry a lot of baggage, right? And depends on what happens in our life. I have a lot of examples, right? But unless, you kind of, put an effort to let go of that baggage, right? It is going to drag you back. You go 2 steps ahead, it's going to drag you back, right? So you will have to, let me give you an example. Let me share a story here, right? So I, like everybody, I've had a lot of ups and downs, right, in my life, and that impacts us in many ways. It impacts us in terms of work, it impacts us in our personal life, right? But to identify, I think the key here is to identify that there is a baggage that you're dealing with. There is something that you're dealing with that is kind of stopping you from moving ahead. It kind of stops your thoughts. It kind of, you tend to be negative, you tend to not to trust, right? So I think it's important to kind of recognize that, there is that phase and seek whatever help that you need to seek to move ahead, right? Yeah, there is this belief that, yes, I can get through this, right? But at the same time, you have to do something about that belief also, because there's a lot that's also going on in your head, right? So, I think it's important to seek whatever support, assistance from family or whoever it is, to kind of let go of that baggage so you can move ahead. While there's a belief, I think there is a lot of effort and work also that you need to kind of put in identifying, what that issue is that you're going through, whether personal, professional, or whatever it is, and move ahead. So
fantastic. Brilliant there.
Yeah.
Yes,
Add-
Satish.
Yeah, adding to what Uma said, we also call it as burning our bridges. Sometimes we have to do that, and it helps, improve in believing ourselves better, actually, right? More, or it gives more confidence within us, when we have no way to go back, right? So we call it as burning the bridge. So there's all the baggage is gone, right? And there's only way is to move forward. So that kind
Absolutely,
of
absolutely. Yes, fantastic. Yes, absolutely. Well said there. Reshmi.
Riaz, I'm suddenly remembered about a story of Edison, where his entire place where he used to do his experiments got burned one night. And a normal human being would have said that, oh my God, what a waste of my effort. But he said, here is the beginning to a fresh start. All my mistakes have been, burnt. So I think, uh, we live in a VUCA world. So being rigid doesn't help us. And Uma actually alluded to it. She said, it's important to be inclusive. It is important to, uh, have diverse point of view. It is important to keep moving because that's only when you innovate. And innovation is so very important for the human race. Again, I'm just going back to human race because of this pandemic, we are all united as a human race now more than anything else. So yeah, that's why I'm alluding to that human race bit again and again. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
sure,
my
sure, sure.
perspective.
Of course. That's all we're doing. We're all in it together to just overcome this, no matter what contingent, no matter what continents we're joining
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's great. All right. That said, there's also Tabitha Alexander who's typing in the chat box something very nice. He said it is just like when you travel. If you overpack, you're the one who has to carry it. If you travel light, you travel happy and can pick more memories and souvenirs. Right. So you have to leave your baggage behind and move forward with the
Yeah.
belief that you want to move forward. What a
Yeah.
wonderfully said anecdote there. So you can also keep in those comments coming in, ladies and gentlemen, is what I'm saying using the chat box, and I'll have that reach out to your leaders here. That said, is there a situation when you came triumphant due to your belief in what you were doing in your professional, your personal life? Is there a situation when you came triumphant? Any of you can share this if there is a story that you would like to share.
Yeah, probably, Riaz, I don't know if I'm
Satish,
talking
yes.
too much here, not giving
No,
opportunity to
go
others,
for it.
but
Go for it.
yeah, we have plenty, in CSCB, but let me pick up one that I'm part of. I'm part of many, but I'll pick up one. A couple of years back, we were working on this transition project, and we were giving a presentation to the sponsor, who is our boss, Sanjay's boss, right? And this was transferring of skills from an onshore to offshore, which involved deep skills, and the engineers who are working on this were like 25, 30 years, on this particular subject, and they were like masters. And that job was supposed to move into Bangalore, and we didn't had even one engineer with. We had engineers with about 5 to 6 years of experience who were working like level ones, right? In the meeting, the sponsor said, I'm nervous. So when your sponsor says nervous, that that kind of puts us into a mode. But we as a team, we what it is, we went back to the team. I spoke to every individual in that team, and they gave me a confidence. Actually, the team gave me confidence. We can do it. They had the belief. They had the confidence, and that gave us a lot of confidence. We went back and said, yeah, we believe in this, and we said confidently, yeah, we can do it. We pull it off, and the rest was history, actually. And this team is rocking now.
Fantastic. That's a lovely share. That's a lovely sharing you've done just now, Satish, about how a confident team can add to the belief of the client. And that kind of brings a story to my mind. Okay. When I had traveled to Japan for one of the brands to do a show there, something that I noticed over there has stuck in my mind, the professionalism the Japanese bring in, the perfectionists that they are. Right. At every show, you have the stage, sound and light and all of these equipments that are set for people to come and perform. Right. So there was this sound professional over there who had set up everything. So he tested going to every speaker. He would keep his ear and test every speaker and to see if it's playing to perfection. right? And that was a sound check. That's the way they did the sound check, just to enhance, to see that everything is working perfectly. And I've not seen anybody do that for every speaker, though they do it from the console. That said, the astonishing part was the show got over. We had a great show, great time. And after the show, general tendencies, you start to pull out, you start to dismantle stuff, the infrastructure down, and you just pack up and leave. But after everybody left, they play the music again and they go back to every one of the speakers and hear it again if it's playing well. Nobody in the hall. They're doing it one more time for every one of the speakers, spending the same 1 hour just to do the sound check on something that has already been used. So that is how they want to keep it ready for their clients, so that the clients come back and have a glitch-free sound and really near perfect sound, right? And so that brings me to another question. Okay, how far are we willing to go to make the client's life happy? Okay, how far are we willing to travel, and what is the belief that we have as a team within us, from each of us? Like Satish said, he had the troops saying, yes, let's do this, and they gave the confidence to the sponsor. Is there any other leader over here who would like to add a story of your belief or your team's belief in what you did right now that you can speak of?
Okay, let me go.
Yes.
Right. See, I think the fact that the client comes to us is somewhere that they trust that we can take care of their business as much as they have done, right? And I think if that's the reason why the client comes to us, and obviously, so then again going back to the fact that we have to empower our team, we have to give them the accountability, we have to trust them, we have to give them all the support so they can make it happen for the client, right? So yeah, my example here is a little generic because again, I'm new here, I don't have specific examples that I can talk about with respect to HPE. But yes, in the past, I think the same principles lie, right? A client comes to us because they somewhere believe that we will take care of their business, we will help grow them, we will grow along with them, right? So and the same thing goes to our employees also. They join our organization because they believe that they can make their careers, they believe that we will take care of them, right? And we'll have to, I think, marry the both so that both benefit from it, right?
Brilliant. Very wonderfully said there, Uma. Whether it is here or somewhere else, if you're a professional, you need to believe in the happiness of the client, in ensuring that they get what they want. And you're doing it with aplomb, and that's probably the reason why you're where you are, right? Anybody else would like to add a quick story to this? Yusuf, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, let me go back a few years back, Ria. So it's a very, very interesting story. This was when we were one organization, HP, and I was engineer those days, supporting our consumer laptop sections, right? And we had, for the first time, in our history, had introduced a consumer laptop with an AMD processor, right? And it was just about a few months, 2 months into the launch. There were a lot of complaints that were pouring in with the overheating of these laptops, right? We had 40,000 units in the field, and that was the current ongoing hot selling model, well priced, affordable by a lot of people, which was there. So while there were technical processes that were involved, we identified there was a glitch in the quality of the product. And there was a conversation, very interesting conversation, where the BU head, unexpectedly, he calls me and says, Ravi Swaminathan was leading that business those days, right? I have never spoken to him before this call. He calls me for the first time and he says, Yusuf, I just want to ask you a question. There are 40,000 units in the field. Do you want me to recall and stop selling this product? A yes or a no? It was just a 5-minute conversation, right? And I always believed that we were known for quality, and I had to probably take that call. I said, yes, you should do that. You should recall the 40,000 unit and stop selling these models. We could probably position a different product into this segment. So he took that call. He recalled 40,000 units which were in the field, got them replaced with with a different model with an Intel processor. We did stop using the AMD processor for quite some time till we till we got back and we were confident about what we were doing. So again, this is a belief in the skill and ability, and the which gives the confidence to probably take critical calls at the right juncture, which will probably help one as an individual and also from an organization decision making perspective.
Absolutely. And what a critical decision to take, because you're keeping the interest of the consumer in mind. You're keeping the interest of the consumer in mind. You're not always business centric. You're thinking about the consumer. And the thinking about the consumer makes you a better company, because at the end of it, consumer is king and they would always want to have the best of the service going back. And that's probably why you did pretty well going forward as well with those lovely thoughts. And brilliant example that you shared with us, Yusuf. Thank you for sharing that with us here. Right. Okay, so there are a lot of stories that we heard just now here, ladies and gentlemen. In the interest of time, here's what we're going to be doing. Okay, we want to have, it's not going to be only talks about beliefs, but also our belief in figuring out if you really have fun as well, right? Whether you just are all work and no play, or is there also play? So here's what we're going to be doing. Okay, only for the leaders here. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be on my side now. We're going to test the leaders for some fun bit, okay? Something that's not related to what we are talking right now. Okay, we're going to have an Indian cinema movie marathon. Okay, we want to see which one of you guesses the maximum number of movies from what we're going to play for you. As we're going to play for you a line, a clue from a movie. You have to guess the name of the movie. That's all you have to do. Okay, so you want to go turn by turn, or you want to go, all of you, the fastest fingers first. You can do that, up to you. But so keep yourself on mute, and if you know the answer, keep yourself on mute. If you know the answer, unmute and speak. And that's how we'll know which one of you hit the buzzer first. Okay. So we're going to see if you can guess this one right. The first one coming up for you, there's a movie line. 30 seconds all you get. Babu Moshai, Hum Sab Rangmanch ki कठपुतलियां हैं, जिनको ऊपर वाले की उंगलियों, जो ऊपर वाले की उंगलियों से बंधी हुई हैं. Right?
Anand.
Okay. Who said that? Who said that?
Satish.
Satish?
Yeah.
He said Anand. He said Anand. Congratulations. That is Anand. Absolutely right. And Sudha says Anand as well from the chat box. But now, you know what, guys? My friends who are not part of the leadership who's playing this right now, okay, I want you to confuse these people by giving any other answer other than the actual answer. Because I know some of them are smarties. Okay? They are keeping their eyes on the chat box to see if they can take a leaf from that. So if you know the right answer, don't give the right answer, give the wrong answers. Okay, confuse these people, right? So, and then that is, and they're known to perform under pressure. So this is sort of a pressure test for them, but don't worry, they'll do it with aplomb is what I think. Okay, and here's the next clue coming your way, ladies and gentlemen. Ee kai Karnatakada Asti. Yeah, come on, go for it. Somebody, I know you must know this for sure, Satish.
Vishnuvardhan.
Absolutely right. But what is the movie?
Kotigobba, I'm guessing.
Illa, al kaniskontu, nim nodilla ashte. It's Kadamba.
Kadamba.
Kadamba. See there, look at Reshmi. Reshmi, do you watch Kannada movies?
No, I saw it.
No, you
here.
don't. You saw the name here. She was smart enough to see the name. She gave the correct answer. So, a Vishnu fan, ನಮ್ಮ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸತೀಶ್ ಬಿ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಯಕರಾದ ವಿಷ್ಣುವರ್ಧನ್ ಅವರ ಚಿತ್ರ ನೋಡಿ, ಅವರ ಭಾವಚಿತ್ರವನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. But yes, Vishnu it is, the late actor Vishnuvardhan, may his soul rest in peace. Wonderful contributions given to the field of cinema. And with that, we move on to the next clue. Next clue. Come on, keep your fingers ready. Okay, keep yourself muted. This one. आप पुरुष ही नहीं, महापुरुष है, महापुरुष.
That's I know it's Amir Khan.
Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Idiots.
Idiots.
Idiots. Yeah.
No, it's not Three Idiots. It's one of the cult classic movies.
Yeah. Ishq.
There's
Andaz
Sudha
apna. Andaz apna, I think.
All right. Niharika, you're unmuting yourself to say Andaz apna. Ruko bhai, inko jawab dene do. Okay, let's have the answer. It is the very cult classic movie Andaz Apna that I spoke about, and your guess was absolutely right. Uma Shri, maybe I tried a bit of mimicking, maybe that's what she called it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's how, yeah. Okay, great, fantastic. We move on to the next one really quick. Keep yourself on mute, guys. Kaun kam waqt bardasht karne ko pita hai. This is a famous line that you must definitely know. Shah Rukh Khan. Yes, Shah Rukh Khan it is. Shah Rukh Khan it is. Devdas, Shah Rukh Khan. Absolutely right. Fantastic. Yeah. And another one coming up, perhaps the last one coming up right now. थप्पड़ से डर नहीं लगता साहब, प्यार से लगता है.
Sonakshi's in that movie, Salman Khan's movie. I don't know the name.
Dabang.
Yeah,
Dabang, yeah.
क्या बात है, क्या बात है. All you leaders did well. Give yourself a round of applause. And I think all you guys out here who are playing, who are helping them, Niharika and everybody else as well. From the chat box, you can type in wonderful or applause or anything, or you can just show your reactions using a reaction. But let those reactions keep coming in. Yeah, wonderful, amazing. Yeah, look at Upasana says amazing. So keep those messages coming in. Make this fluidic. Okay. With that said, about belief, I want your concurring thoughts. Or if it's not belief, a message that you want to send across to your friends, your fraternity, your associates, your troops, any message that you want to give them on this occasion of HPE CSCBs. There is no place like working from home. Leaders, you can dive in and speak now. So I'm going to let Reshmi add to this first to start with. Reshmi, is there something that you want to say to your friends who are watching you right now?
Yeah, I would say that believe in yourself, believe in your leadership, believe in the community, and give your 100%. And success is yours.
Fantastic. Very wonderfully said. That simple, but yes, wonderfully said that. Reshmi, thank you. Uma, sorry, I apologize. Uma, go for it.
Okay, I would just say, let go of any inhibitions that you may have, any, right? Try different things and, learn and believe that, there will be something positive that will come out of it.
Absolutely. I believe in that personally. Whatever you just said, on a different note, I will probably share it personally as to why I believe in what you just said. Yes, and Satish.
Probably I'll take this opportunity to thank the entire CSCB family, and their families, right? It's an amazing team, right? When we get up in the morning, I keep asking this to my team. When you get up in the morning, are you motivated to come to work? And I've never heard anyone saying no, right? So it's an amazing place, and thank you for making it an amazing place. And I can quote the recent one when we have to take a call, to work from home overnight and over the weekend. It's not easy for an organization of 3,000 people to do that over a weekend, right? And we did it seamlessly. No impact to customers, no impact to operations. This can only be done by an amazing set of people who are part of this organization. Thank you, team. Keep rocking.
Yeah, that is actually so important that you appreciated everybody working from home even on weekends, and by no means is an easy task, easy feat to achieve when you're working from the confinement of your homes. And yesterday, some of the leaders said we have intruded the space of our family, and while we are at our home, we are blessed to be doing what we are doing. We're also intruding into the space of our family members. And with that in mind as well, we're doing so beautifully. That speaks volume about each and every one of those people at HPE CSCB who make it the company it is. And Yusuf, yes, you want to add to this?
Yes, Riaz. This is something that I was probably, wanting the team to carry forward from this session, right? So it is easy for us to probably believe in an individual task or an individual goal that we take for ourselves, because that is something that really concerns and matters us. But what is the real game changer? When you believe in a team and when you believe in a team decision, right? So at times the decision made by a team, by a leader, might not be what you are probably concurring with, but it's still very, very important to trust that decision, put your belief in that decision, and get your 100% backing for that decision to make that happen, right? So getting a belief on a team-related activity and the team-based decision is equally important and much more important to practice in our day-to-day life than one for an individual goal. Because for an individual goal, we know for sure it's something that impacts us, and we would definitely do that, right? So what we need to probably bring in is how do we put that belief and backing for a team-based decision and a team-based activity.
Brilliant.
Thanks,
Thank you so much, Yusuf, for adding that so wonderfully. Yeah, believing in a team decision, whether it is taken by the leader or the team, everybody together, is very, very important, because when everybody gives that buy-in, saying that, yes, let's do this, then your battle is half won. Like Satish said, you know, he quoted Roosevelt saying that, you know, if you believe that you can achieve it, it's half the battle won, right? And that's a lovely note on which I want to end this chat show with. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for having taken out your time from your busy schedules and joined us here, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately, we couldn't be joined by Vinod and Preetam, but thank you, gentlemen. If you've just joined us late, but we would love to have you on another show tomorrow, probably. Thank you so much to each and every one of you who've been here, but stick with us because the fun actually starts now. The fun starts now, and leaders included. You could stay here and participate in something fantastic called Bingo, where there's an amazing prize that is coming your way, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have, you know, there are lots of compliments coming out to all the leaders here from Sajjan, from Upasana, from so many people who are just messaging in the chat box. Their compliments to all the leaders for having shared your insights, and inspiring them early morning. So that's a wonderful thing to happen. You can keep that coming in as I can keep passing, and they can also read this, of course, yes. Right. With that said, get ready for Bingo, guys. We're going to have a great time, right? I'm going to start calling numbers. Keep your tickets either printed or written down ready, because we're going to now start calling the numbers, and we're going to see which one of you is going to win the prize. And mind you, there's only one massive prize that you're going to win. There's only one of you who's going to win the prize. So keep your eyes and ears both open, because the numbers will be both displayed and called as well, right? But the first person to claim Bingo, right? All you have to do is you have to type in the word Bingo in the chat box if you've got these numbers across any of these categories. If you type in the word Bingo in the chat box, the first person to type the word Bingo after you've got all the numbers that I'm calling out in one single bingo ticket, not across, you know, all your bingo tickets, but one single bingo ticket that houses all of these numbers, right? Which you, in whatever category you want, whether it's the corner 4, or whether it's the top line, the middle line, or the bottom line. Right? These are the 4 categories across which you can win yourself a bingo, but only the first one who's going to win it gets this massive prize. What the prize is, I'm going to tell you what it is right now. But if you have to get this, you have to type the word Bingo once you've got all the numbers that I've called out on your list. And then I'll go ahead and ask you to unmute and verify all the numbers that I've called out. And we will re-verify and check. If it is right, then you get the prize. And the prize now, ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of leadership, is something so amazing that you will love. The prize is a specially curated, handcrafted meal from the house of Marriott reaching your doorstep. How about that? How about that to start with? Exciting? Say yes or no. Yes or no. Type in yes in the chat box really quick if you think this is a very exciting prize. It's reaching your doorstep, handcrafted, specially curated meal from the house of Marriott. If it's exciting, type in yes. Yes, I'm excited as well to give you this prize. So let's just go ahead and start with the bingo first. Keep your tickets handy. And here we call the number. Lucky for some all by itself. Lucky for some all by itself, 7. 7. Lucky for some all by itself, 7. And we quickly move to the next number. Dust on the floor. Dust on the floor, 54. Dust on the floor, 54. Dust on the floor, 54. And one fat hen, 8. One fat hen, 8. That's the number we've called out so far. Go for it. Or little duck all by itself. A little duck all by itself. Number 2. Number 2. A little duck all by itself. Number 2. And the next number coming up on your screen. Duck and dive 2 and 5. 25. Duck and dive 2 and 5. 25. Duck and dive 2 and 5. 25. And we go ahead and call out the next number. Old age pension 6 and 5. 65. Old age pension 6 and 5, 65. I hope you've got your numbers right. I hope you're circling them in your bingo tickets. Wobbly, wobbly, all the 8s, 8 and 8, 88. Wobbly, wobbly, all the 8s, 8 and 8, 88, 88. And Winnie the Pooh, 4 and 2, 42. Winnie the Pooh, 4 and 2, 42. 42 is the number I'm calling out so far. Remember, you need to type in the word bingo if you've got any of these categories so far. Down on one knees, 4 and 3, 43, 4 and 3, 43, 4 and 3, 43, 4 and 3, 43, right? Numbers called out so far, 7, 54, 8, 2, 25, 65, 88, 42, and 43. These are the numbers that have been called out so far. So far, we've not got a winner. We'll move on quickly to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Take me to the candy store, 7 and 4, 74. Take me to the candy store, 7 and 4, 74. 74. And we move on to the next number. Clickety-click, all the 6s, 6 and 6, 66. Clickety-click, all the 6s, 6 and 6, 66. 4 and 9, 4 and 9, 49. 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 Yes. Let's see. There's no Jaldi 5, there's no quick 5, Vishal Punatar. There's only the top 4 corners or the first line, the middle line, or the last line. Okay. Tickety boo 6 and 2, 62. Tickety boo 6 and 2, 62. Tickety boo 6 and 2, 62. Next number. Okay. Time for fun 4 and 1, 41. Time for fun 4 and 1, 41. Time for fun 4 and 1, 41. And the next number coming your way. Here it is. Here it is. The next number coming your way. Key of the door coming of age 18. Key of the door coming of age 18. Key of the door coming of age 18. All the feathers, all the threes, 33. All the feathers, all the threes, 33. All the feathers, all the threes, 33. Next number, 5 and 9, 59. 5 and 9, 59. 5 and 9, 59. Next number. All the ones, 1 and 1, 11. All the ones, 1 and 1, 11. All the ones, 1 and 1, 11. Go on, guys. These are the numbers that have been called out so far. 7, 54, 8, 2, 25, 65, 88, 42, 43, 74, 66, 49, 62, 41, 18, 33, 59, and 11. And we move on to the next number that we're going to call out for to see if you can win this for yourself. Let's just see if we can get this for yourself. Valentine's Day, 14 February, 1414. You remember this, right? And next one. Get up and run 3 and 131. Get up and run 3 and 131. Get up and run 3 and 131. Right? Moving on. Next further. Naughty 44 and no. 40, 40. 44 and no. 40, 5 and 6. 56. Go for this. 56. Here it is. 5 and 6, 56. And nearly 3. All but 1, 8 and 9, 89, 89, 89 is the number that I'm calling out for right now. 89. Let's see if we can get the bingo for this. Let's just go ahead with the next number. So far, if you've not got one, time to get flirty. 3 and 0, 3 and 0, 30, 30. Time to get flirty, 3, 0, 30. Next number coming your way. Here it is. A monkey's uncle, 1 dozen, 1 and 2, 12. Monkey's uncle, 1 dozen, 1 and 2, 12. And here it is, the next number coming up, coming your way. You're doing fine. If you're 29, you're doing fine. If you're 29, Hanji Khan, 29. And little duck with a crutch, gateway to heaven. Little duck with a crutch, gateway to heaven, 27. 27, 27. I'm surprised. So far, nobody's got the top line, middle line, or the last line, or the 4 corners. But if you have, then you need to shout out bingo. You need to type in bingo in the chat box and claim your prize. Right? Okay, and the next up, you see all these numbers have been called out. 14, 31, 40, 56, 89, 30, 12, 29, 27, apart from the earlier numbers that were called out. The next number coming up on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, meal for 2, 6 and 9, 69. Meal for 2, 6 and 9, 69. Okay, top of the shop, top of the house, 9090. Top of the house, 9090. The last number that ends the bingo usually is 90. Key of the door 2 and 1. Key of the door 2 and 1, 21. Key of the door 2 and 1, 21. And there are so many tickets, but the players with the winning lottery are sitting at home and sleeping probably. They're not here on this game. That's what is happening, right? A stitch in time saves 9. A stitch in time saves 9, number 9. And let's move on quickly to the other one. Strive 7 and 5, 75. 7 and 5, 75. Yes. Let's move on to the next number. Buckle my shoe, 3 and 2, 32. Buckle my shoe, 3 and 2, 32. Buckle my shoe, 2, 32. Next number, really quick. Next number. Bed and breakfast, pick and mix, 26. Bed and breakfast, pick and mix, 26. Bingo, says Vishal Punatar. Bingo, says Vishal Punatar. So you will have to now quickly unmute yourself and verify what are the numbers. You got corners, the 4 corners, and what are the numbers, Vishal? What are the numbers, Vishal? You can unmute yourself and show those numbers to the camera. Your ticket to the camera, please. Unmute yourself. And Vishal Punatar is going to be now showing his winning bingo ticket for that massive prize that was just announced. A massive prize that was just announced. You need to show that to the camera, Vishal Punatar. And call out those numbers as well for us. Yeah, first call out those numbers. Yes?
12.
Okay.
89.
Okay.
90.
90. Did we have all these numbers? 9, 12, 89. Did you say 9 or 5?
9.
9. You said 9, right? Yeah. 9, 12, 89, 90. I know 89 and 90 were called. 12 was called as well. 9 was called as well. Stitch in time saves 9. All correct. Yes, absolutely right. Congratulations, Vishal Punatar. Bingo. Congratulations. But you have to show that ticket to the camera. Can you show that ticket to the camera? Yes, ticket दिखा सकते हैं आप?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow it's not.
Okay, no, don't worry about it. But congratulations, Vishal, on winning this. Congratulations. And we'll have the massive prize, which is a handcrafted, specially curated meal from the House of Marriott delivered to your doorstep, courtesy your leadership. And what a way to win this on a Tuesday morning. Congratulations. All right, congratulations. That said, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to be doing right now is going to make you guys have some fun, not for a prize, but just for some fun with some musical round of Antakshari. Okay, early morning हम अंताक्षरी खिलाएंगे आपको अभी. अंताक्षरी ऐसी होगी कि हम आपके लिए एक धुन बजाएंगे, एक short identification of a song, a short पहचान of a song that you can identify and sing. Right, so you'll have to unmute yourself and sing. If you know the answer, keep yourself on mute so far. We're going to play for you a track right now. एक गाना बजेगा जिसको आपको पहचानना पड़ेगा और गाना गाना पड़ेगा. Okay, that's the game. That's the game right now. You have to name the song and sing the song also for us. Okay, so here it is. We're going to play for you a track. This is the first one.
नहीं जीना तेरे बाजू.
Okay. Upasna. Okay, hold on. Upasna has guessed it. Okay, Upasna, what song is it?
नहीं जीना तेरे बाजू, नहीं जीना मैं तेनू समझावांगी. That's all.
Oh, fantastic, Upasna Malhotra. Beautiful. बहुत ही अच्छा समा बांधा आपने सुबह. चेहरा तो नहीं दिखाया लेकिन आवाज से अपनी पहचान करा दी. Very well, Upasna. Thank you. And that was the right one to guess. The next one coming on, we're gonna try and make it mixed bag of different movies from different languages as well. So there's one for everybody. Okay, don't worry. A song from your own language also will pop up. Okay, the next one coming up. Pay attention to this, guys. Komal has unmuted. Okay, hold on. What song is it? No, Komal, it's not the correct one. You caught on to the Antra, but no, that was not the correct one. Okay, somebody else who can give it. Continue playing the song, please. Continue playing the song. Okay. Guys, guess it right. Come on.
It's from Mungarumalai too.
Yes. Can you sing the song? What song is it? Tumba Nyaya Ridu.
Sariyagi Nenapidini Nadi.
Yes. Who said it? Keshav Prasad said it. Keshav Prasad. Can you sing it?
No, I don't. I just know the song. Yes.
Yeah, but Komal, I wish you gave the you got the song right somewhere. It usually tends to confuse you.
Exactly.
People actually think it's Anisutide. Ontara confusion ago anta sadhyate ittu. ನೀವು ಹಂಗೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆದ್ರಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. But wonderfully done, guys. Good attempt, all of you guys who tried to attempt to get this one right. It was a song from Mungarumalai 2, sung by Arman Malik, a singer from up north, and Arjun Janya was the composer of the song. It's a beautiful song, right? And one that I heard in my Big Boss stay in Big Boss Kannada season 5 multiple times. Nan kivi ange toota agbittittu kiviyalli keli hudigi haadi. Nevertheless, yes, let's just go ahead and now play for you the next track coming your way. The next one coming up, here it is. Volume up, please. Volume up.
బ్రతుకులో అడుగడుగున నడిపే నీ స్నేహం ఊపిరే నీవుగా ప్రాణమే నీ.
Okay, Niharika, you know what? I'll let you sing the Hindi translation of the song because I know this was a very, very big, massive song that was in Hindi as well. But it first came out in Telugu, and of course, Keeravani sir, he composed this. And I would love to know from you what the song is. Sing it for us, Niharika. Unmute karo apne aap ko aur gao.
I'm a very bad singer, so
don't worry about Antakshari. Hi aise besure lohon ka hi khel hai Antakshari.
Okay. चंदा तुझे
मुखड़ा क्या है? मुखड़ा क्या है गाने का?
देखने को तरसा करता है, इतनी हंसी कोई नहीं। तू मिले
हाँ जी।
दिल खिले और जीने को क्या चाहिए। That's it.
Yeah,
ना हो
absolutely
तू
wonderful there.
उदास मेरे पास पास मैं रहूंगा जिंदगी भर। That's it.
क्या बात है निहारिका जी, क्या बात है निहारिका। आपने असली में दिखा दिया कि अंताक्षरी के खिलाड़ी हो। अंताक्षरी के खिलाड़ी
Thank
करते ही
you.
ऐसे हैं, पहले बोल देते हैं कि पता है गाना, फिर बाद में अंतरा से निकालते हैं, करते 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 मुखड़ा तक पहुंच जाते हैं, कैसे भी करके। आपने अच्छा करा, लेकिन आपने अच्छा करा। कोई और है इसको और भी अच्छा गा सकता है यहाँ पे? एनी सिंगर हु वांट्स टू टेक दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड जस्ट सिंग फॉर अस दिस लवली सॉन्ग? somebody who's here who can sing this lovely song for us? है कोई जो इतना ब्यूटीफुल गाना गा सके हमारे लिए? नहीं है तो hold your silence then. I'm going to play for you the next track coming up. Here it is, the next one coming up. Pay attention. अगला गाना ये है आपके लिए, आपके स्क्रीन पे. தமிழ் மக்கள் எங்க இருக்கீங்க? Come on. நீங்க பாடினா நல்லா இருக்கும். Go for it. It's a Tamil song composed by one of the super world's finest music directors. அந்த பாடு இல்லைங்க இது, என்னிய பொன்னிலவை, அது இல்ல, வேற பாடு. Here.
வரும் வழியில் பனிமழையில் பருவநில தினம் நனையும் முகிலெடுத்து முகம் துடைத்து விடியும் வரை நடை பழகும் வழியில் பனிமழையில் பருவநில தினம் நனையும் முகிலெடுத்து முகம்
பாடுங்க.
விடியும் வரை நடை பழகும் வான வீதியில் மேக ஊர்வலம்.
Come on. Okay, Clue musical maestro இளையராஜா சாரோட காம்போசிஷன் இது. பாடுனா நல்லா இருக்கும். Okay, stop, pause. Stop, pause. Okay, thank you so much for pausing it right at the moment. Okay, here it is. This song is a very very famous song in Hindi as well. Okay, और हिंदी में इसको एक मूवी है कलाकार जिसमें गाया गया, इसको किशोर दा ने गाया था, बहुत ही खूब गाया था, लेकिन कॉम्पोजिशन है इनका ही, इளையराजा सर का, और बहुत ही खूबसूरत गाना है. कौन गा सकता है अभी ये in the part? சொல்ல முடியுமா? Okay, let me give out the correct answer. The song is இளைய நிலா பொழிகிறது இதயம் வரை நனைகிறது. Okay, you know the song? Any of you who can sing this in Tamil? Okay, if you can't sing this in Tamil, no problem, there is a Hindi version to this. Who can sing the Hindi version? You can unmute yourself and sing this. Okay, let me tell you, the song is a beautiful song from the movie Kalakar. It's called नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए प्यार बरसाए. Yeah, that was the song. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a lovely contribution from all of you. You had a wonderful time with us. I'm guessing I had a fantastic time with you guys. We tried to just keep you entertained for a few minutes more extra apart from the bingo. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've liked what you've seen on this, you can give your feedback, like or not like, something that we can improve as a team. You can give that feedback to HR as well. Thank you for joining us this lovely Tuesday morning and hearing all our leaders out, and they had a good time, I'm guessing, as well, sharing tidbits about themselves. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Have a beautiful day ahead. There are a lot of things that are planned for you through the entire week. Enjoy. And yes, Niharika, wish we could play more. Unfortunately, not now, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. is my final session of leadership, League of Leaders, tomorrow 3 p.m. and I'm joined by amazing leaders tomorrow as well. So please come there before time, and we're going to make the max of what we have and probably try and extend the session tomorrow. Some more fun activities, some more fun things musically as well. So please join in tomorrow. Upasana, thank you so much for this beautiful morning session. She says, thank you, really appreciate. Super se upar session. Thank you, RB Sindhu. Thank you so much, appreciate. God bless you guys. Thank you, Kumla, Chetan. Thank you so much for your compliments, and Tabitha, thank you as well for the lovely start for the day. And enjoy yourself, guys. Have a great time. Thank you. And I'm going to now sign myself out of this. Please follow me on my Instagram, on my Facebook, and we'll stay in touch. And we'll get to know what best can be done for you next time as well. Thank you for joining me here, and thank you HPE CSCB for having me and my team here. Thank you. Thank you Zero in management. Thank you.